But first of all, thank you for accepting that. It's a pleasure. Generally, it's a scientific thinking magazine. It's an online magazine. It has an issue every month, and this month it's talking mainly about ethics in science. So we're basically discussing human and animal experimentation, cloning and genetic engineering. I think the first question would be, do dangerous human experimentation that may help in making something new and helpful be considered ethical?
Anything that's dangerous to human life should not really be considered a venue for experimentation, and every scientific community should have a specialized body to actually screen proposals for doing scientific research to make sure that whatever they do will not endanger anyone's health or be violent in nature. This is very important because if we go back to World War II, there were unfortunately incidents of experimenting on human beings, and that was not considered ethical, especially the details of some of these experiments were quite inhumane and not compatible with any ethical practice. Normally when it comes to drugs or pharmaceutical industries, there are very strict rules and regulations. Like for example, in the United States you have the FDA. They will scrutinize all new advances in pharmacy to make sure that when a new product is at the launching point of being distributed for human use or for first trials, that this is done after a very long procedure testifying that the product is safe and that the people that may try it first, they are aware of that, and these details you can look it up on the internet. But I'm sure this is something we have to always adhere to ethical standards when it comes to experimentation.
Okay. Second question would be, could scientists make violent experiments on human or animals consider themselves making something scientifically and helpful maybe?
I think I'll go back to the answer of the first question, and my answer would be no. That is not really scientific.
Even if it's on animals?
I think there are animal rights, so we should of course we know that certain species of animals may be used for experimentation, all right, and that's normally done customarily, like guinea pigs and so on. But again, even with that, there are again rules and regulations that govern the different stages of scientific research, from the trial on animal and what kind of animal, and again safety of the product to an extent should be considered. So it is not just a free field where anyone can just try any idea without taking adequate preparation, without following the blueprints of being ethical and being scientific at the same time.
Okay, our last question would be, if you think about the ethics in science, what are the most 2 or 3 main points?
As we know that in order for you to do good scientific research, people have to stick to academic integrity in everything they do, from the point they are thinking of the idea to the point they are implementing it. If they are collaborating with any of their colleagues, they should properly acknowledge their contribution to the subject matter. For you as students, you're learning, for example, if you are doing literature survey, you have to do proper citation and give credit to the sources that you are utilizing to reach your point. That's one basic thing, and if you are actually doing that practically in a lab or in a field project, you should maintain ethical standards, being clear about the objective of the research. Again, you must not have components that will be dangerous to the community or to the individuals. And after all, whatever idea you do, you should think that science is primarily to serve the people, to meet their needs, and not to endanger them in any way. That's when science becomes useful, and any privileges that we enjoy in our modern world, it's because science was put to make people happier and better off.
Thank you.